The brown belt and black belt program here at Tenzan Aikido has been a natural outgrowth of the children's program. I started the children's program when I started the dojo back in 1981, and frankly, I didn't know how to teach children. I tried to teach children the same way as I taught adults. And parents would come in, bring their kids in, and within moments they'd be holding their kid by the hand and pulling them out, saying, "This guy doesn't know anything about teaching children." And they were right. And it wasn't until I took my own son, my 4-year-old, to the Suzuki violin class, and I noticed how they taught children very intricate fingering on the violin, and that's what gave me the inspiration to seriously begin teaching children. But still, what we were doing was very basic Aikido. Maybe it was 10% Aikido and 90% how to work with children. And it kept growing and growing until finally we got to the point where the children were focused enough and they understood the culture of the dojo enough that they could begin to focus their minds on the more advanced aspects of the art, and actually learn things that are quite difficult to master. At first, it was the teenage group, and I'd been trying to appeal to teenagers for a long time with not much success. And I don't know, honestly, exactly what happened that caused a big change in course in terms of the teenage program, but it's a cultural thing. You know, with teenagers, it has to be cool, and their friends have to be into it, and there has to be a general climate. It's almost more important than what you're actually teaching. And something just caught on fire, and the teenagers really came on strong with the advanced work. And then the kids who just idolized the teenagers wanted to be just like them. So the little kids started to get better and better at Aikido too, because it was also the cool thing to do because the teenagers were doing it. So now we have in the brown belt, black belt program, we have the teenagers who are just amazing. And also the little kids too are trying to be just like them. So it's a real nice mentorship that's going on here at the dojo. And I have to say that I'm watching these children practice, and I've never seen children anywhere in the world practice the way these kids do. And I've practiced all over. I apprenticed in Japan, and I've been at Aikido for 45 years and taught all over the country. And I am so proud of these children that it's just amazing to see, and to see how they take this out of the door of the dojo and into their lives and into their daily interactions, their sense of confidence, and their sense of their core power and strength. And it comes from a soft place, which is really, that's what Aikido is all about. Sensitivity, power, gracefulness, and concerned about the environment. You learn that there's other people in the world other than yourself. And for a teenager, that's a big lesson. And I would say that a major thing here is that whether the brown belt and black belt group is that the children contact their passion. I'd say that's the biggest problem today that children face, especially in this world of immediate gratification. You have, the children hooked to the computer screen and all kinds of electronic devices. Everything is instant. But in Aikido, you have to wait for quite a while. So you get through these plateaus, and you develop patience and an appreciation for the work, or for the progress that comes with work and long-term dedication. Okay, let's make a circle, and let's begin our mountain practice. So think about a mountain, heavy and solid, immovable, and pretend that you're a mountain. The Aikido program for the children in general, and also specifically for the teenage group and the brown belt and black belt group, is that we start them off with basic meditation practice, and that leads into breathing practice, and that is followed up by yoga. And yoga just means union of the mind and body and spirit all together. And they find how to direct their internal energy and force their core power. And when they know how to direct their own energy, they're that much closer to being able to direct somebody else's. So when they get into partner practice in Aikido, all that training, now they can expand out and involve another person in it. And it's just a beautiful process that always works, and it works at different times with different people, but it's something that it's very effective, and it's a process that anybody can benefit from. Okay, one thing, if you're here and your partner's in front of you, you can't be up here like this and think that nothing down here is going to happen, right? You have to be aware of your partner totally, from head to toe, and also look around. Your peripheral vision needs to be good. We're like this. Chalet comes in with the kick. I come in, but my direction, my push is forward. So from here, even though she's coming in, I'm still, my direction is to push her back. So she's here, and then come back again. So don't sort of be on your heels, right? In boxing, when the guy's on his heels, that means he's going down soon. Usually if the referee sees the guy on his heels, they stop it because the guy's not able to defend himself. So don't willingly go onto your heels. From here, in, have good balance and forward projection of your energy. And then, okay, let's do it again.
Like this. You just put your belly right through it and just relax. And instead of holding, slap up. Okay. The reason this is a little frightening is because you have nothing to hold with. You have to depend on momentum.
One of the biggest problems nowadays, especially with teenagers, is they get lethargic. And they don't have energy for anything, or they don't have really a focus or a passion in their life. And you see this all too often. And it's difficult to get somebody to find their passion if you're taking charge for finding somebody else's passion. It's always a difficult thing. And as a parent, it's often painful to see a child or teenager who doesn't really get excited about anything. And exposure to the martial arts, and in particular Aikido, we've seen time and time again where children all of a sudden they develop an interest, something that carries them through, and it branches out into other things as well. And when a child just finds his spark, that's really something very unique, and it's a precious thing. And it makes it all worth the process, the hard work, and everything that we do here. Taishiwaza, Shomen-shi, Iri Nage, and counter with sacrifice. Counter with Sankyo. Well, the children in the brown belt and black belt program, really the children in the entire children's program, but especially in brown belt, black belt, when usually the children in that program are getting pretty close to being teenagers. And teenagers, they think they're as smart as adults. And maybe in some ways they are, and even smarter. But there's just an overall, just a sense about the give and take of life, the ebb and flow of life, that only comes with experience. And the children really get, especially the teenage group, the brown belt and black belt group, they get a chance to work on and polishing those skills before they get to adulthood. And I can't say enough about that. I started as a 12-year-old myself, and it completely turned my life around. And when I see it happening with the kids in the dojo, it's just wonderful to see. It's how often do we get a chance to turn it around like that? And that's really what's happening here at the dojo. It's very gratifying to be a part of.
That's it. If you miss the Konikai sheet, go for the double